Hey, it's BT with the BT MotoGP review of Mugello in association with Sport Bikes Inc., the magazine I write for. You get a chance. It's online. Go check it out. Hope you enjoy it. Anyway, let's get right to it. No place better to watch motorcycle racing than Mugello. That's the first place I went to in Europe. And I'm so glad. I mean, it always touches my heart. If you ever get one MotoGP race to go to Mugello. Trust me, you'll thank me later. That place that's the way you should watch it. It's like watching basketball in the park with about 10 black guys. You know, it's like, you know what? This is how it should be. Anyway, let's get to the racing. Let's get to the racing. Moto 3. I thought it was a good race. I mean, I thought the overall weekend was great. And you know what I'm going to get to. I'm going to say that for last, but you know what I'm going to get to. I start off Moto 3. Moto 3, I thought it was a good race. It really was. At the end, I was glad it was Tony Arbolino. I think he deserved it. I really thought Antonelli was going to win. I thought Katsu Suzuki was going to get a victory. That guy has led more races in Moto 3 than anybody. It's still up in the air. No one is still becoming a clear-cut winner in Moto 3. But that's why it's kind of fun to watch because you don't know. Connect is kind of consistent, but I mean, he's in the top 10, but he should be winning races. He's consistent, but he's not winning races. He's more mature. He's not crashing, so I guess that's a sign of maturity. But man, it's wide open, and don't be surprised for the end if it's not Katsu Suzuki or Ogura. And I like Jamie Massey, that little cute kid. That kid you just want to go, he's so cute. The Home Alone kid, Jamie Massey. How cute is that kid? Anyway, he came from nowhere on the grid and did a great job. And also watch out for my boy, Celestino Vietti. That kid is fifth in the standings. Watch out for him. If he qualifies on the first two rows, it is over. Celestino Vietti. Watch the name. But props to Tony Arbolino. Great job by him. I like that he's just learning English. You can tell in the press conferences he'll look over and everybody else on the stand is like, okay, and they're trying to help him, you know, with his English, and he just goes, yeah. I think it's great. The kid's gonna be a great racer. Props to him. Moto 2. Props to Alex Marquez. The rumor is he's gonna go to Ducati. They're talking. Even Ducati said we're talking. I mean, I think Pramac. I think. But Matt Burt and Steve Day, they had a great little rumor in that, like, think about it. If they get Alex, then eventually, you know, Mark might come over, because I think Mark's goal is to eventually ride with his brother. I mean, well, duh, it's like nepotism at its finest. So I don't know if Alex can be ready, but anyway. Props to Alex. Great race. Luther said he was sick, but either way, great race by Alex. Luca Marini, good job by him getting on the podium. I thought it was a decent race. Moto 2 is just, I don't know what it is about Moto 2, but it's like, you know, like, I put it this way. If I got to get up and go get a sandwich and then come back, that's what I do in Moto 2. In Moto 3 and MotoGP, I'll just pee on myself or just have some Depends. Anyway, let's get right to MotoGP. Man, if you're a grown man and you didn't shed a tear and you know anything about GP, you couldn't help but, if you didn't shed a tear when Petrucci won that race, you know what? Dig a hole and jump your monkey ass in it, because Petrucci is an everyman. He's that guy that every man can relate to. The guy, the guy you see every day is, hey man, how you doing? And maybe his truck is broke down, but he finds a way to get it fixed, and he'll pick you up when you're like down on your luck. You go, oh, I don't have $1. He'll give you $1, and all of a sudden he comes up. That's the guy you want to root for, and that's why you root for this guy, man. He was in super stock. He won super stock, and then in 2014, he thought his career was over. He said, well, I'm probably gonna find another job. And he still was in GP, and he picked him up. And then, I mean, he's a guy that you can't help but root for. He is the everyday man, and that's why you root for that guy, man. I'm not gonna lie. When he won, I mean, and I'm being dead serious. I couldn't stop the emotion. I was like, oh man, good for Petrucci. Danilo pork chops Petrucci because of his pork chops. He's like the Elvis of the paddock out here, man. Like over here. I couldn't help but just feel that emotion when he won. Everybody did. You can't help but root for the guy. Only thing I didn't like was in the press conference, the post-race presser. You know, Marquez and Dobie were kind of sour pusses in a way. But Petrucci gave props. He goes, man, the only bad thing I feel bad about was having, when Andrea had to lift his bike up. Remember, he had to pull his bike up because they went 3 abreast into the turn. And he said he felt bad about that. I think Marquez feels bad about anything he's ever done, about putting people in a sand trap. About that time I told him Luthi slapped him upside the head. You think Marquez felt bad? But that's how Petrucci is, man. Great. He said he wants to help. He wants to help Dovey win a championship. Now, here's the interesting thing about that. Like I said, Petrucci is the man, the everyday man, and he's a little bit like, he's kind of like that guy. He's kind of like the person who was fat. Now, I've been fat before. I was in 8th grade. So when you're fat and you want to be thin, you're like, kind of have a little low self-esteem, and then you lose the weight, but you kind of still mentally, you think fat. That's what he is. He's got the talent. If you've watched him come up every year, remember in Aston a couple of years ago, he almost beat Rossi to the line when Rossi was celebrating. I think he would have won that race, but Renz held him up, and he still gave it his best effort. He's come up every year. He's gotten better every year. He trains hard. You know how hard it is to lose weight once you become a grown man, and he's lost the weight to race in GP. He's done everything possible, man. And you just felt that they wanted Bagnaia and they wanted Miller to be on the Ducati team next year. That's why he signed a 1-year contract, and he's doing everything they want him to do and then some. That's why you gotta love this guy. So what happens next year? Even he doesn't know. They still don't have the contract. They said I think after Barcelona they're gonna decide who's gonna get the factory seat next to Dovey next year. But you got to go with Petrucci. You've got to go with this guy. I felt bad for Miller. I think Miller kind of screwed himself when he crashed out, and I felt bad for Miller. But it's about the consistency, and that's what Petrucci's doing. So great job by him. Dovey was pissed off because, like he said, the Honda. He's even said I'm paraphrasing. He basically said we should have beat Honda, but their mid corner, their speed in middle of the corner was beating us, and he was upset. Dovey was kind of a sourpuss, and you could feel it in his interviews. But I think he was just disappointed that he should have been up there. But let me tell you something: to be the man, you got to beat the man, and he couldn't beat Petrucci. Petrucci said it best last week in Le Mans when he was racing. I think he was racing Dovey, but anyway, it was somebody else. I think it was Miller, and he goes, Nah, you ain't gonna get this victory, bro. It's me. Nah, I want it more. And he wanted that race more. To beat Marquez and Dovey together, especially Marquez, you got to give it to Petrucci. This kid, let me tell you something. He's 33 points down. And Dovey's 12 points down. If he wins another one and maybe another one, and he's in the championship hunt, I mean, he's trying to be nice about it, but man, I'm telling you, Petrucci can do this damn thing, and he had to get some more confidence. It's like the first time you ask a hot chick out, and she goes, yeah, like, you want to go to the movies? Yeah, you do? Okay. That's what he's like. And now he's dating Rihanna, now he's dating Beyonce. He's getting that confidence up, and who's to say going into the break, if he reels off a couple more victories, he's gonna walk around a little bit different. Like, what's up, Daniela? What's up, bro? He's gonna have that little swag. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. So it's gonna be interesting. The what hurt my heart was watching Rossi. I don't know what happened that weekend. I don't know if it was just a bad weekend. Luckily, Maverick had a bad weekend, and Fabio didn't perform like we thought he was going to, and Frankie crashed. But man, it looked bad for. And he never really said what the problem was. He goes, "I'm slow." Like, yeah, we know you're slow, Captain Obvious. What else you got? I don't know, man. I think maybe even after this year, you know what? It's just say it was a bad weekend for Rossi. I don't want to speculate and say maybe it's over, but man, I'm telling you, I hope he does well at Barcelona. If not, it's basically Honda. It's Marquez and the Ducks. That's what it is. If there's to summarize the season, it's Marquez and the Ducks. And that's what it is right now. It really is. And I tell you what, Fabio just showed he's lacking just a little bit. But once he gets the starts dialed down and he puts a full race together, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be great. GP is in great hands. And we're kind of slowly getting away from Rossi. You notice that? How we're slowly distancing ourselves from him. It's kind of sad. It hurts my heart to see that. But even in the advertisements, in the everything, it's like, it's Marquez and Dove, and you have to go that way with the youth movement with Fabio. But it hurt my heart to see what Rossi did, qualifying so far back, and I don't know what the deal is. But that's just called a bad weekend. Let's hope it is. That's all it is, a bad weekend. But let's get to it real quick. For rider of the race, Moto3, Tony Arbolino. God bless that kid. Finally got his first victory. Heartbreak of Moto3. Got to go with Lorenzo Della Porta. Oh my God, he was right there. Got slipstreamed. Man, I was hoping he was going to get that victory, but he didn't. Rider of the race in Moto2, Fabio Di Giannantonio was 31st at one time. He was last, and he came and finished 10th. Oh my God, that's the greatest race. I mean, They didn't show it, but right of the race, Moto 2, Fabio Gigi Antonio. 31st to 10th, great race by him. Heartbreak for Moto 2, the entire KTM squad. Oh my God. I hope somebody checked in on those guys after the race like, hey, you guys good? Could you please close the door, bitte? Close the door, bitte, please, please. Okay, man, okay. I don't know what's going on when they get those new parts, because I hope they do better once they get the new parts, because Bender and Martin, those guys are champions. I mean, they really are. So to watch them, what they're going through, it's like, oh, it's kind of hard to watch. So hopefully they'll do better. MotoGP, come on now. You know who it is. Danilo Petrucci. God bless the guy, man. It warmed my heart to watch it. It really did. God bless the guy. Watch him. See what happens in Barcelona. If he can back it up. If then, we got ourselves a championship. And also, how about Lorenzo? Lorenzo's in Japan right now. That's how bad he's doing. He was going to go home. He goes, I'm going to go back home and hopefully things will be good. No? And Honda goes, no, we got you 2 first-class tickets to Japan. Why don't you go talk to them? That's basically going to the principal's office is what that is. He's going to the offices in Japan, and they're going to talk to him and see if they can he can get better results. That's how bad Honda wants him to do well, and that's how bad he's doing. So I hope it does well. God bless the guy. Heartbreak in MotoGP, got to go with Jack Miller. Jack Miller was in that hunt for the championship. I mean, hunt for the for a podium, and he slid out. Man, you can't be doing that, Jack. If you want that factory seat, I love Jack. I love his aggressiveness. I made that word up. You know what I'm trying to say. But you got to stay consistent. You got to stay on the bike. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Sorry it went long, but man, Italians, nobody does racing like the Italians. Your passion, everything. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Grazie. Thank you for watching on BT. Watch me on my channels, Funnyman6869 and 20Man6869. You know the word. Until Barcelona.